YouTube, how we doing? Today, we're going to be going into another 7-round mock draft, going over the Detroit Lions, a video I can't believe I haven't made yet. I would have thought that the Lions would have been one of my first ones that I made, but we haven't done it until now, and I think that I'm kind of okay with it because it kind of cleared up a lot of my opinions on what might happen and what I think should happen, what could happen. Everything in between. Of course, if you're new to this series, please be sure to leave it a like, subscribe, comment down below if you're a Lions fan or not. I want to hear from you guys what you guys want to do in the draft. Please leave those comments down below. I'll definitely be active down there. But also, if you're new to the series, basically we go through a full mock draft, a 7-round mock draft. I pick for the Lions only. I let the simulations do what they do for other picks, and I kind of make it as realistic as possible. I do realistic trades, and we'll talk about all those as we get to them. So without further ado, no more wasting time. Let's get right into this. At pick 2, we're going to be selecting Malik Willis, the quarterback out of Liberty, with a 79 overall grade. Basically, again, like I said, we do mock drafts, and this is what was allowed. Malik Willis was the second pick as Aiden Hutchinson went first. I don't think Kayvon Thibodeau's going. We saw some reports about that, but we have heard a lot of reports about how good the relationship between Malik Willis and the Lions coaching staff has been ever since the Senior Bowl. And Malik Willis has a top 5 quarterback ceiling, in my opinion. I think he can be that good of an NFL quarterback. When in the early stages of a rebuild, like the Lions are with a great offensive line, you want to secure that type of upside and let him go to work. You know, Willis has a dual threat ability. He's escapability. He has every leadership trait that you need in a quarterback. A rocket arm, but he's raw. He's inconsistent with some of the accuracy, and those are going to be things that you want him to crash and burn with. You want him to let him go out there, go through that learning curve, and let him get to work. You still have Jared Goff, so you can have Goff start the season out and let Willis develop behind him, or you move Jared Goff to a quarterback-needy franchise and you let Malik go out there and go through those growing pains. There's really no wrong answer. But securing that franchise quarterback can do so much. You look at the Houston Texans a couple years ago where they were very much in a rebuild, but they got their guy in Deshaun Watson, and it completely turned the franchise around. This is exactly what the Lions should do, and hopefully you're not picking in the top 5 again, for a long time. So whenever you get a pick in the top 5, you don't want to be back there. You need to take those players that can completely change the franchise around, and I think Malik Willis can do that for you. Here at pick 32, I have the Lions selecting Kenyon Green. I listed him at right guard from Texas A&M. Has a next-gen grade of 84, which is amazing. This line has 4 out of 5 positions filled out to perfection. So let's get that 5th piece. Green was looked at as a top 15 player early on in the drafts, and he's fell mostly due to other players rising. And Green is, 84 overall grade from next gen says it all. He's going to be a staple on that line. And protecting your new franchise quarterback is a must. We've seen the Jags, the Bengals, and other teams not protect their quarterbacks and seen what kind of harm it does to them, especially when they're young. So getting Malik Willis the protection he needs is paramount, truthfully. It is everything and more. And when you look at the rest of the line, what can you say? This is a stacked line. You got Jonah and Decker on that left side. You got Ragnow in the middle. Now you got Sewell and Green on the right side. That is one of the best offensive lines, if not the best offensive line in football. And in this mock draft, wide receivers were already gone. Hutchinson was the number 1 overall pick to the Jags, so you know that the Jags aren't going to be taking an edge with their next pick. So we don't need to take an edge here. We can take one with our next pick or later on, and this is a deep class with it. But O-line, having an O-lineman like Kenyon Green most likely was going to be taken or traded up for. It's more of a risk to let him wait. So securing that line, now you have a franchise quarterback and an elite 5 out of 5 filled offensive line. That is perfect for the future of this franchise, and it's building a foundation, and that's what's best for this team. Going on to pick number 34, we got Boye Mafe, the edge out of Minnesota, with a 75 grade. A lot of draft analysts have him as one of their favorite sleepers to sneak into the first round. Mafe has done literally everything right this offseason, and it has shown in his draft stock, rising and rising and rising. He's going to become a great addition to this defensive line. This is an edge-heavy class, so securing the offensive side in round 1 with Green and Willis makes taking a defensive player like Boye Mafe and looking more towards defense for the rest of the draft, it makes it a lot easier, and that is very big for the for the Lions, obviously. Yeah, Mafe's going to go out there. He's going to destroy off the edge. You know, you still got Aquara out there as well. Charles Harris, I believe, is re-signed. So you have some edge pressure, some rotational guys that can definitely get after the quarterback. A fringe first-rounder in Boye Mafe, plus you already, again, built the trenches on the inside. Now you're building on the outside as well. It's just the perfect combination. You hope to get the most out of Okuda and more of the DBs out there. So this is just a perfect situation here. Get some edge pressure, get some help, and build from those trenches. Now we're going to be doing our first trade. The Detroit Lions are going to be receiving pick number 50, and they're going to be giving up pick 66 and 177. So basically trading 177 to move up 16 picks and select somebody with this pick. Very good move, because we're going to talk about it a little bit later too, but this is a team that needs starting caliber players. The depth is already on the team, and a lot of the depth players are the starters right now. We need to find more starters, and that's what we're doing here with this trade. And with that trade, we are going to be selecting Jalen Tolbert, the wide receiver out of South Alabama, with an 81 overall next-gen grade. Absolutely phenomenal. Tolbert is a fascinating prospect. He played at a small school in South Alabama for the Jaguars, yet there are rumors from league members that he has first-round talent, and I see it too. The guy is perfect build, honestly, for a wide receiver, ex-wide receiver. He's 6'3", 190, and he's got some of the best ball skills in the NFL. So pairing him on an offense with Hawkinson, Chark, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, plus you got Malik Willis in this fantastic offensive line, that is the makings of a young, dynamic offense with your new dynamic quarterback, franchise quarterback. That is how you rebuild a team quickly and turn the franchise around. Jalen Tolbert is an amazing pick here. Now we have another trade to announce. Pick 80 is going to be coming over to the Lions, and we're going to be trading 181 and 97. So again, pretty similar to last trade, moving up 17 spots, trading a late pick for that upgrade. Again, team needs starting caliber players, and we're finding them falling in this draft class, and we are moving up to make those changes, because this is a team that does not want to be at the bottom anymore. It is time to turn this franchise around, and this is a big draft to do it. At pick number 80, we're going to be selecting Brian Asamoah, the linebacker out of Oklahoma. This team needs some linebacker help. They need talent. They don't need more depth players. So trading late picks for talent is the best option, as depth isn't the issue, and you're getting a starter in Brian Asamoah, who is a stud athlete. He can cover with the best of them at the linebacker position. He shoots gaps. He's got quickness and a pursuit. And he really is a short tackler as well. I mean, Asamoah is going to be a captain on the defense probably within a year of playing. He is that good of a prospect to me. I'm a huge fan of his game out of Oklahoma. I think he's going to do a lot. When you look at how he plays, I mean, this is a guy who's going to cover the field from sideline to sideline. He's going to do it all, and that's what this defense has been lacking on that side. There's been so many different guys thrown into that spot, try and get there. You know, Anzalone's been there. Gerard Davis was there. You know, so many different types of guys that have been put into this defense to try and lead in that interior and be that linebacker. But Asamoah is really going to be able to take over and lead that defense. So now you got 4 guys who are going to be franchise centerpieces for a long time, and you're only in the first 80 picks of the draft. I mean, that is a great draft for the Detroit Lions so far. Now it's going to be a long wait till our next pick, but 240. Joshua Ross is the selection here out of Michigan. Only a 51 overall grade on Next Gen, so not very good. He was the second to last linebacker on the rankings due to Next Gen grades that went to the combine. Not much to say about this pick for prospects. You know, linebacker, like we said, is a weak spot in Detroit, so adding any help, you know, any depth can help to it. But when you look at Ross, I think he's going to most likely be a good, solid backup, a depth player, and a special teamer, maybe even just on the practice squad for a little bit. You know, you're not looking for, you know, superstars in pick 240, but best case scenario, him and Asamoah become a tandem, and they're both very good. But worst case scenario for Ross, you know, you get him on special teams, he makes some plays as a gunner, and that's all you can really ask for. So that is going to be it for the Detroit Lions 7-round mock draft. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. We had 6 selections here, as you see them on the screen: Malik Willis, Kenyon Green, Brian Asamoah, Joshua Ross, Jalen Tolbert, and Boye Mafe. I'm really loving this draft for the Lions. It makes me so excited. I mean, you look at the offense there. Malik Willis, he has DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams at running back. An offensive line, we already talked about how great every single position is on that offensive line. Plus, you have Hawkinson, Tolbert, Chark, Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is going to be so much fun to watch on Hard Knocks this upcoming season. It's going to be so much fun to see in person during the NFL season as well. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball. You already have so much young talent on that defense that you're trying to produce and progress, especially at that DB position. Amani Oruoye, I think is how you say it. Oruoye, I think that's how you say it. Jeff Okuda still coming onto his own. But now you add guys like Asamoah and Boye Mafe as well. I mean, this is going to be such a fun team to watch. It's going to be dynamic offense, and it's going to be just electric in Detroit, and that's what this team needs. So if you guys are Detroit Lions fans, or even if you're just watching this video for fun, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of it. How did I do? What would you change? You know, maybe not going Malik Willis, maybe going with Trayvon Walker or Sauce Gardner, maybe trying to trade down. There's a lot of different opportunities for a team like the Lions, so there's really no right or wrong answer here. But this is the best one for me. I really did love this draft. So if you guys did enjoy it as well, please be sure to leave it that like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel so much. We already hit 910 subscribers, which is one video since we hit 900. We've already been going up. So really do appreciate all the support you guys have been showing this past month. And of course, if you did enjoy, please be sure to leave that like. If you didn't, just refresh the page and let me know what you think about it the second time. Because without further ado, that's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry to interrupt the video, but I just want to talk to you about Underdog Fantasy really quick. The NFL season's over, but you could still draft a new fantasy team on Underdog Fantasy and win cash prizes. They have a slick mobile app and a user-friendly site. You can also join a league and draft a team in minutes. Plus, the folks at Underdog are helping you guys out that are watching the video by matching up to $100 on your first deposit for new users when you use code SORMANI, SORMANI. So just go to UnderdogFantasy.com or go download the App Store or the Google Play Store. Sign up with the code SORMANI, that's SORMANI, and Underdog is going to match your first deposit all the way up into $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SORMANI, SORMANI. Now let's get back to this video.
How you talking 50K? How you talking making plays or just talking? Yeah. I do this shit on my own time. Time is money, so I did it on my own dime. Word to Bookie, yeah, that's homage. Gave me game. Yeah, he taught me family ties. Quick to back there, buff me. Nah, I can't wait for you.